If you're thinking about moving to Sherwood, Oregon, stick with me today because we're going to explore several of the top neighborhoods here in the Sherwood area so you can get an idea of what they're like and if one of them might be an option for you. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Ben. I'm a local realtor here in the Portland metro area in Oregon wine country. And on this channel, we talk about everything neighborhood and lifestyle here in the area. So if you're getting to know the area, you can know what the neighborhoods are like, what there is to do here. We definitely talk about neighborhoods, communities, all of those things, do home tours, all of that stuff, but we also cover lifestyle and some of the top things to do here in the Portland metro. So hit that subscribe button so you make sure you don't miss the next video. If you don't know a lot about Sherwood, just a couple quick things. So Sherwood is southwest of Portland. It's a smaller town, population of about 20,000 people. So it is a suburb of the city of Portland itself, but it's actually fairly close to Portland. You're only about 20 minutes or so away from the city. So a great spot to be in the suburbs, but still have easy access to the city of Portland. Also a fairly easy commute to the tech area over in Beaverton and Hillsboro. So a good location as far as easy access to jobs and things like that, and still having that suburban small town lifestyle. One of the things Sherwood has done really well is its parks and trail system, and they're continuing to do that in new development, trying to get that connectivity throughout all the different neighborhoods with walking paths. There's over a dozen parks, and there's also the Tualatin River National Wildlife Refuge on the edge of town with a very large, I don't remember how many acres offhand, but one of the largest national wildlife refuges in the country. Really good access to nature and the outdoors, and just the accessibility to walking paths and biking paths and parks is excellent here in Sherwood. One of the other things about Sherwood is they actually have one of the top school districts in the state. So if that's important to you, if you've got kids that are gonna be going to public schools, Sherwood is an excellent option for that. They have excellent schools. They have fairly new high school that was built, one of the largest in the state, if not the largest in the state. Great facilities and built for growth, I'll say that. As far as price points, the median price here in Sherwood is right in the mid 600s, and we'll get into that more specifically in some of these neighborhoods here. So first we're gonna take a look at a few of the neighborhoods and communities that are more in that median price point, but stick around because at the end, we're gonna check out a couple of the higher end home communities, some of the exclusive communities here to give you an idea what those are like and what some of those options are here in Sherwood. Let's get into our first neighborhood. Sherwood is fairly small town, like I said, about 20,000 people population, but it does continue to grow. And right now, a lot of that new growth has happened to the south, and I am here in Middlebrook, Cedar Creek area. This is a newer development here that is continuing to be expanded right on the south edge of town. And so a couple different builders in here. So you do have a variety of home sizes and kind of styles. You have some of the craftsman style, you have some of the little bit more modern style, depending on which builder built it. And then price ranges in the low 600s up to the mid 800s. So if you're looking for something new construction, master planned, that has there's a park right in the middle of this development as well. Again, right on the edge of town where the growth is at. So you actually have rural right across the street from this development. This is a great option for that new construction, that turnkey. There are still some opportunities in here for something brand new. So not quite as many brand new opportunities as there were maybe a year or two ago, but still some as this continues to get built out and expanded. But really, I mean, you can see on the streets here, just walking through the town, very quiet, very peaceful. This is just a really good community if you're wanting that, again, brand new construction, no maintenance, and a lot of those kind of newer amenities. They're putting in walking trails here. They do want this to connect eventually to downtown. It doesn't quite yet, but that is the goal, is to get again, kind of the overall global goal of Sherwood is to have everything be interconnected like that. And certainly connecting this new development to Old Town and those other walking paths is part of that plan. So you can see the playground here right behind me. Just really well planned here. You do have, the park right here. I see the basketball hoops right, around over there too. So this is the central park right here in this community. So again, great option if you are looking for something new construction in that $600,000 to $800,000 price point, and you're gonna find stuff in the low 2,000 square foot up to about 3,000 square foot in this particular development. If you're looking for that little bit of extra privacy here in that community, especially on the eastern side by Cedar Creek, there's a lot of the perimeter lots that back to the green space, the creek area. You actually, if you're lucky enough to get one, right? But there actually looks like there's a few on the edge here still available that are yet to be built out. So it does have that along the creek. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping like crazy on a beautiful day like today. You have that access to the nature right in your backyard and a little bit of privacy, nobody right behind you. Now, one little nuance to point out about this community that, may be a plus to you, it may be a complete negative. It depends on, what you want, but you do see a lot of these no parking anytime signs around here. I don't know if you can see it behind me, walked by one over there, but there are quite a few of those around here. And so the streets are a little bit narrower in a lot of areas here. And so they do have only parking on one side of the street in quite a few sections here. So the positive of that is keeps the roads a little bit more clean and clear. You don't see a lot of people parked on the street. The flip side of that, of course, is if you need the street parking, it might be a little bit more challenging than in some other neighborhoods. Okay, that's a little taste of the Middlebrook Cedar Creek neighborhood. Let's go check out another one. Okay, now we're in one of Sherwood's most popular established neighborhoods, the highly sought after Woodhaven. This community was built in the 90s to 2000, so that's the era of home you're gonna find here. And the other thing you're gonna find here is just a ton of green space, walking paths, these tree-lined streets, just a really well designed and established neighborhood, community. And you can see why this is so, highly desired by people that are living in or moving to Sherwood here. Just that, again, that interconnectedness with the walking paths, the access to the green spaces, quiet, established, easy access to downtown as well. And the other thing that is really great about this location, if you have kids, again, you are really close to the high school. They just built a brand new walking bridge to get across Highway 99, pretty busy road. And, just all those students walking across, even at a crosswalk, right? It affects traffic and safety. So they put that in. That was a big project that they completed and helps a ton to make it just connected to that other side of Sherwood, which eventually is going to be developed in the Sherwood West concept plan, but that is a topic for another day. So again, Woodhaven, 1990s to 2000s homes. The price point in here is going to be right in that median price point again. So, right in that 650 range. There are going to be some, maybe a little bit less than that, the upper 500s for something a little smaller, 1700 square feet, maybe something that needs a little bit of updating, all the way up to price points in the high sixes to maybe low sevens if you're getting into, the upper 2000 square feet range, somewhere in there. So again, right in that median price point with a little bit on each side, depending on size and upgrades and condition. Well, let's move on to the next neighborhood. Okay, now we're up on High Point, which, as the name might suggest, we are up at a high point, a crest here in Sherwood. We are sitting up above kind of where Snyder Park area is, which is one of the larger parks here in Sherwood. Playground, sports complex, really nice park. And we are sitting at the top of this hill here, right on the kind of the southern edge of town. And here you're gonna find some spectacular views. Also another established neighborhood. This was developed in the mid to late 90s. So, well established, not as tree lined as, the Woodhaven development, which definitely had, lots of trees lining the streets. But here you're gonna get those spectacular views right at the top. You do have a kind of wider range of sizes and price points here. Obviously, the views and where you are on the hill here is going to affect part of that. But, anywhere from 1800 square feet all the way up to, much larger homes, 3,000 or even a little bit more, a little bit larger lots in some of these as well. And your price point's going to be somewhere, right in that median, maybe a little bit less, but all the way a little bit wider range than, say, the Woodhaven neighborhood. You're going to have some larger homes up on the crest here, maybe closer to pushing that $1 million range. So definitely a wider range, definitely potentially a higher price point, but a wonderful neighborhood. You're really not too far from Old Town here either, little ways, but go down the hill, there's Snyder Park down there, and then a little bit further down Main Street and you're in Old Town. So a little bit longer walk, but you can get there. Okay, since we are pushing the price point a little bit more here, let's move on to our first higher end home community. Let's go check it out. Okay, now we are in Denali Summit. This is one of the premier luxury communities here in Sherwood. This was actually the location of the 2023 Street of Dreams, which I did a video on. So go ahead and check that one out after you're done watching this one. And we toured one of the homes in here that was part of the show. But this is your high-end community, your luxury homes, your custom and semi-custom. You're gonna find homes in here that are, in the 3,500 up to, about 5,000 square feet, and kind of starting in that mid 1 million range up to even in the $2.5 million range, just, again, depending on size and, where it is in here in the development. But yeah, very nice community still being built out. There are some lots on the far end of it that they have not got to yet. So if you're looking for a semi-custom home or custom home and a high-end premier luxury community, there could be opportunity both for resale. I did see a couple homes here for sale right now, actually, including one of the ones that I believe was part of the show back in 2023. Or you could do something on a new lot that is just being constructed. There's a few of them being that are kind of mid-construction right now. And then, a number of vacant lots that they have not got to yet. So if you're looking for that premier high-end luxury community right on the edge of town, this is it right here. You also, can't believe I forgot to mention, have some spectacular views here, including some excellent views of Mount Hood. So excellent views, high-end community, luxury homes. This is it right here, Denali Summit. All right, let's make one more spot at one of the other exclusive high-end communities here in Sherwood. Follow me. Okay, last stop for today. We are actually not in town anymore. We are just outside of the city of Sherwood up on Parrot Mountain here, and we are at the exclusive gated Parrot Mountain Estates. Now, you want exclusive, you want high-end, this is it right here. You're gonna have your large homes, large acreage properties, and exclusive access, gated community. So this is it if you're looking for the premier high-end homes, spectacular views, large lots, this is it. Here you're gonna find homes in the mid 1 millions all the way up to 3, potentially 4 million, multiple acres, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to, I think there's 20-acre lots in here. So definitely a variety of home type, home size, acreage size, value, price point, but this right here is your high-end exclusive community if you want something like that here in the Sherwood area. Thanks so much for watching, really appreciate it. Hopefully it was informational to you and educational, and you were able to get to know just a little bit about some of these communities and neighborhoods. Of course, we did not do a deep dive, so I would love to get you any more specific information on any of these neighborhoods or anything else in the area that I didn't cover today, help you dive deeper into what community and neighborhood might be the best fit for you as you look at them here in the area and you look to move here. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you didn't subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button. If you would love to connect, I would love to chat with you. Fill out that form below or just give me a call, shoot me an email. We'll love to chat and help you in your home search. Make it a great day. We'll catch you soon.